I decided while I was out on the bike today that I'd record a few videos this week, just, you know, keep it chilled. It's the first Nat A, or National A, race that I've ever done in the UK this week, which is Lancaster Gp. Just out on a recovery ride today. I just realised that I can't reach my gears while holding this, and I've gone up a steep hill, which is not good and not very recovery-like. Yeah, so maybe not every day, but yeah, I might get the camera out a few days this week. Just, yeah, give people an insight on what it's kind of like for a full-time like working Cat 2 racer doing his first National A road race. So it's now Wednesday. I've got some new morale boosting sunglasses because I thought I hadn't had a new pair in a while, and I've just done the worst session that I think there is. It's actually one of the only sessions that I can genuinely say I don't enjoy it, but it does get its, I kind of think if it hurts then it'll make you fitter. So it's 30 seconds on, flat out as hard as you can, and 15 seconds on. Oh, sorry, see, I can't even talk. I can barely do over 200 watts now. I'm absolutely baked. You know. Yeah, I've got about 10 miles to get home. I'm literally just waddling home. I can barely use my legs. I can barely get up the hills. It's the worst session ever. Like, you can taste blood, you feel sick. It's disgusting. I did 10 intervals and then 10 minutes off, and then I did 3 sets of that. And then they're the last intervals that I'm going to do before Lancaster on Sunday. So yeah, it's a good one in the bag. And yeah, we've just got a little local crit tomorrow, so we'll see how that goes. That's looking a bit better. Those lines. If I just do a quick one, it is now Thursday. I just did a regional crit tonight, and got 3rd in a break of 5 and just flat out the whole race. Good training though. Absolutely shattered. I've been cutting hedges all day, and then got home, ran around the house, chucked the bike in the back, and I can't even talk, I'm just knackered. And yeah, and just legged it to the race and got it on time. So yeah, getting there. Felt really good though, so yeah, hopefully looking good towards the weekend and have a nice recovery day tomorrow. So it should be alright, and just chill and probably have a beer, because why not? One of my ankles actually quite swollen this morning. Just out on my pre-race ride. I was out on the tools yesterday again, doing some strimming and some hedge cutting, and me and the client accidentally stumbled upon a massive wasp nest, which resulted in a lot of shouting, and a lot of running. I only managed to get stung once, which is not bad, but it wasn't the worst place for putting tight cycling shoes on. So yeah, just getting the pre-race done today. Legs feeling good. So I looked at the web forecast this morning, and Lancaster's looking pretty miserable. So I decided to do my pre-race ride here. I'm just going to drive the course when I get there, have a quick look round. But yeah, set off later today, staying in a luxury travel lodge tonight, and racing tomorrow. So yeah, so I'll get the camera out, get it at some point, and update you. It is the night before Lancaster now. Staying in Travel Lodge tonight. Very exciting. I will show you, I think it's quite funny. It's not painful to ride on because I've done 40-mile pre-ride today. But my ankle from that wasp bite is looking rather interesting. So this is what my ankle usually looks like on my right one. It's quite thin. And this is the one which got bitten by a wasp. I've had some, so yeah. Hopefully it's a bit less swollen tomorrow, but it is okay to ride with. It's just a bit irritating, that's all. Yep, so early to bed tonight, and we will see how we get on tomorrow. We did a drive around the course and it looks violently hilly. So I think it's going to be breaking up even in like the first 2 laps. Definitely, I reckon. So we'll see how we get on. I usually attack off the gun in most of the regional races, so not sure whether that's going to be doable at National A. But we might give it a go if we're anywhere near the front of the start line. So we'll see how we get on. And I'll update you probably after the race. I don't feel I'll have time tomorrow morning because we got very early. Sign on starts at 6:30, I believe. Yep. So we'll catch you in a bit. Oh, beautiful. Nice and shiny as well. Whoever decided to organise bike races like really early in the morning, not keen. Just thought I'd put my opinion in there. I mean, fair play to my brother who works in the racing industry, gets up like 5 every morning. Could not do it. I want to get back in that bed. I know. Right, better go race a bike. Getting a bit serious now, innit? Oh shit. Just thought I'd do a so that's got to say there. Pre-race can debrief. Just got a Burger King. Don't recommend it all. Always go for a Mackey's over a Burger King. They're shocking. Right, yeah, it's pretty good for my first Nat A ever. Probably was in the group for about 3 laps. Avoided a massive crash. I hope no one was injured in that. Looked pretty nasty. It was literally the one for how wet it was and how you could literally see the oil on the road. I would have thought there would have been a crash on one of the sharper corners because there were some sketchy ones, but I think it's because it's wet, everyone's more careful on the kind of more obvious bits. It was literally just on a downhill, just kind of the road kind of slowly bent to the left, and yeah, I was just about to the left of it, so I missed it. It was pretty good, so stayed in for about 3 or 4 laps and then just got distance. It was kind of from the crash really, which is a bit annoying. That kind of took me away from the real front of the race, and then I was kind of in the second group for quite a while, and then slowly obviously knackered, and then I was working with a group for a bit, and then we eventually got black flagged, which is about halfway through. So yeah, pretty pleased with that. Well, worst case would have been getting dropped on lap 1, which would have been pretty disheartening. But I'm pretty happy with how training's gone this last couple of weeks or month or so. Definitely noticed a difference in that. Just generally felt better on the bike. So yeah, move on to the next. I think the next one could even be Rydale, which is a pretty local fixture for me. No, so the next, I suppose, target is to get round one. Rydale's going to be a big ask, but yeah, let's do it. Yeah, and if you did enjoy this, I haven't even kind of thought about what the kind of structure of it's going to be, how I'm going to put it together. I don't know if you've seen the last videos, have a look at those. If you want me to make some more, if you found it remotely interesting, give me a shout, or yeah, comment on it, or I might do it on Instagram, so do it on there as well. Yeah, give me a shout. I quite enjoyed making it. Bash. See you next time.